Caitlin Clark has been injured and listed as questionable for tomorrow's matchup. She's the only player on the report. Wow. So everybody else is playing.
Caitlin Clark's injury made her questionable for the preseason game because apparently one jealous glance from her rivals was enough to shake the league.
Taking her completely off the board. She will not touch a basketball, and unfortunately, we will probably won't see Caitlin Clark play in any preseason.
While haters like Angel Reese and Aja Wilson quietly celebrate, her fans are flooding timelines with love, prayers, and fire emojis to get their queen back on court.
Caitlin Clark is listed on an injury report, lads.
On May 3rd, 2025, the Indiana Fever slapped a big old questionable next to her name for their preseason opener against the Washington Mystics. And let me tell you, questionable might be the understatement of the year because for fans, this feels like a national emergency.
Training camp, and the Aces and Mystics lose key players to injury.
This is the first time in Caitlin Clark's professional career, and probably her life, that she's ever been on an injury report. Historic? Oh yeah, but not in the cool statue outside the arena kind of way. Fever fans were already writing their fan signs in glitter, prepping speeches for their kids to chant, and this injury notice drops like a brick in a swimming pool.
Caitlin Clark is on an injury report for the first time in her WNBA career.
And let's just be honest here. Every rival she ever humiliated in college is somewhere throwing a mini celebration. You just know Angel Reese lit a scented candle the second she heard. Probably named it Revenge.
Weekend. Now, all the reports that I'm seeing is that it says that she injured her ACL. Now, is that a complete tear? Is that a rupture? Nobody has reported it in that way. It just says an ACL.
Now the insiders, who always act like they've been sworn into some royal court of medical secrets, are swearing this is just load management. Right. Because when you've got a generational rookie who hasn't even played a single professional minute, what you obviously need to do is rest her like she's 38 with bad knees and a shoe deal from 2007.
Not a great thing. Not an ideal thing. You never want to see someone listed on injury report. That's never a good thing. Like, it is, in fact, never a good thing to see someone on injury report.
But seriously, Fever insiders say she'll likely miss the entire preseason, which is kind of hilarious if you think about it, because the whole point of preseason is to see what the new players can do, and instead they're bubble wrapping her like she's made of crystal.
They wanted to win. They wanted to win now. They are on a mission. It's championship.
And here's where it gets spicy. Scott Agnes, one of the few people who actually has eyes inside Fever practice, straight up said Caitlin looked totally fine. Not limping, not wincing, no twisted ankle sob story, no brace. She was at practice, moving just fine. So now people are like, what is this? A PR stunt? Damage control? Are they hiding some monster WNBA hazing ritual? Looking at you, Aja Wilson. We've seen that side eye.
You guys are seeing right here. He said that Caitlin Clark was at practice and was fine today. So, realistically, Caitlin Clark.
Either way, the head coach Stephanie White basically said, yeah, our stars aren't going to play a lot. This is just about testing lineups and depth. Okay, so you're telling us it's not even about protecting Caitlin. It's about not bothering to win. Fantastic.
Stephanie White not said as much, didn't guarantee it, didn't say anything too much, but like Stephanie White alluded to it as well. That that players aren't going to play as much as are expected to see and people might be disappointed. The only positive thing is, again, they're playing the Mystics in.
Then there's the footage. Clark showed up to practice in sweatpants. Not a medical boot, not crutches, not even KT tape. And what does she do? She takes her signature half-court shot, launching off that so-called injured left leg like nothing even happened. I mean, you can't make this up. It's like someone's trying to sell us a myth and we're all just supposed to nod along.
Clark questionable with the left leg injury. That, my friends, is the post that broke the camel's back.
Sources close to the team say it's all about preserving her for the Sunday game, which, of course, is in Carver Hawkeye Arena, her Iowa kingdom. That's her turf, her chapel, her throne. She's supposedly getting 20 to 25 minutes there, and Fever doesn't want her wasting energy in the preseason opener. So they're straight up benching her for the Mystics game, where every single other player on the team is somehow magically healthy. No one else even made the injury report.
A Caitlin Clark missing the game. Like, hope you're right. Kind of feels like an FU to the fans attending the game. I'm sorry, it's a preseason. She is playing in Iowa on Sunday.
And let me just say, this is not normal. This is NBA-level diva shielding, the kind of thing you do for LeBron in February, not a WNBA rookie in May. But hey, Caitlin isn't just any rookie. She's the ticket sales. She's the ESPN schedule. She's the reason Aja Wilson's been subtweeting like a salty ex for weeks. But her enemies are out here throwing subtle shade and posting cryptic emojis. Angel Reese, you can stop pretending. We know you're thrilled. Chinity Carter, somewhere out there sharpening her elbows, ready for her first hard foul. And let's not forget Aja, who's been real quiet ever since Caitlin started trending more than the entire Aces roster combined.
Like, I would assume Caitlin Clark wants to play every single game. Like, I think it's just a given that Caitlin Clark wants to play every game. She's a basketball player, especially young players. Like, it's rare that a young player is going to intentionally sit out.
Meanwhile, fans are spiraling. I mean, really spiraling. Some of them had 33rd grade students lined up with matching t-shirts for this game. A few said they'd flat out cancel their tickets if Caitlin wasn't playing. Others compared it to the Lionel Messi no-show fiasco in Miami, because yes, that's how famous this woman is now. And don't get it twisted, this isn't about losing a preseason game. This is about losing the moment, her debut. The energy, the camera flashes, the jaw drops.
We do not know what's going on with her. Hopefully everything's okay. Coach Stephanie White said just a few days ago that everyone on the team is healthy.
And Fever just pulled the plug on all of it. And for what? Load management? Social media is exploding. Questions everywhere. Is she even hurt? Was it the half-court shot? Is it PR? And every troll with a profile picture of a college logo is out here talking trash. You've got Mystics fans, the same ones who'd sell their own mascot to get Caitlin, calling her load-managed hype. Funny how they weren't saying that when she dropped 41 points and 12 assists on LSU. Funny how they didn't care when she outviewed the entire WNBA finals. But now, suddenly, everyone's a critic.
Like, I do not think at all it's the end of the world. Like, Caitlin Clark on Sunday, yeah, she's going to be fine. She's going to play in Iowa. And maybe this could actually be a case of them saying, Caitlin, you are playing 30 minutes.
Her rivals are dancing, her fans are devastated, and the league is treating her like gold-plated royalty. And they should, because whether she plays 0 minutes or 40, every camera, every tweet, every screaming kid with a Sharpie wants one name, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie, she's the number one overall draft pick, the centerpiece of Indiana Fever. And let's be real, the most talked about woman in basketball since Diana Taurasi was out here pulling up from Pluto. And yet, we've reached a point where her not playing is somehow bigger news than her playing. This is what happens when the league decides to hang its entire identity on one person.
Scott also said, no need to panic. Caitlin Clark was at practice and moving around just fine. It's the first game back-to-back, and Sunday's game is for her.
The pressure is so unreal that you'd think she was getting ready to walk on water in sneakers. The WNBA is basically trying to dodge their own version of the Messi in Miami disaster, where people bought front-row seats to watch the star, who never showed up. And with Caitlin, the whole Fever ticketing system should come with a disclaimer. Player availability subject to commercial pressure, online meltdowns, and knee-jerk load management.
Hey everyone, it's Caitlin Clark. We're here at Media Day, year 2. It's going great. We're taking some great photos for you all. Stay tuned. They're coming your way.
Journalists like Chloe Peterson are already hinting this was all pre-planned. Like, before the injury even hit the timeline, certain media folks knew she wasn't going to play. If that's not PR micromanagement, I don't know what is.
Peterson stated Caitlin Clark is questionable for tomorrow's game, and it looked like she already put out an article in the Indy Star, which lead me to believe the reporters that's been at practice probably already knew this.
While Caitlin's out here draining half-court bombs in practice like nothing ever happened, Fever's press team is crafting carefully worded injury reports that sound more like stock market forecasts than sports updates.
And he's claiming that there's nothing wrong with Caitlin. She was good at practice. Let's head on over.
And that's where the problem starts. The fans see her running, shooting, smiling, and then get told she's questionable. It's the kind of whiplash that makes you question if you're watching the same reality. You tell me she's injured, but then you roll out footage of her pivoting on the so-called hurt leg like she's auditioning for the NBA All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. The disconnect is brutal, and people are rightfully getting annoyed. Especially when you consider how much money is being poured into Caitlin's debut. We're talking sponsorship deals, TV spots, ads, merch drops. The entire WNBA promo budget might as well just say Caitlin Fund. And now, Game 1 is a scratch. That's not just a missed debut. That's a marketing catastrophe with a knee brace on. But here's the thing. This isn't random. Fever's playing chess while everyone's still figuring out the rules. Their entire move smells like a long-term strategy, probably whispered into their ears by a team of doctors and corporate handlers who wear polos with clipboards and say things like, sustainable longevity. Translation, don't let your golden goose tear something in preseason.
And actually, this is footage of Caitlin at practice.
We know what the goal of preseason is.
So let's see here. This is her.
They've clearly picked their battlefield. The Mystics game? That's just filler. The Brazilian national team matchup? That's the one they're labeling the showcase game. They're planning to unleash Caitlin in Iowa in front of a packed crowd that already thinks she's walking on air. And honestly, that move might be smart. It's manipulative, sure, but smart. Because Caitlin Clark isn't here to just get reps. She's here to own headlines, break viewership records, and sell out arenas. Indiana Fever doesn't want her getting banged up in Game 1 for a half-empty stadium when they can have her fresh and glowing under ESPN's A-camera lens in a sold-out return to her home court. And don't think for a second Caitlin's thrilled about this. This is the same woman who refused to sit out blowouts in college. You think she wants to sip Gatorade on the bench while Twitter turns her into a meme? Please. She's probably arguing with trainers in the locker room right now like, tape it up, I'm going in. Because she's not wired to sit. She's wired to kill. And that's exactly why this rest is probably driving her insane. Fans get it too. And instead of turning on her, they've done the opposite. Protect Caitlin. Jar Clark era. Jar Fever rising. Those hashtags are flooding feeds faster than the WNBA can refresh their merch store. It's like her not playing has made people even more obsessed. She's being treated like a reigning MVP without playing a single second in uniform. And honestly, she deserves it. The love isn't just about her skills, it's about her fire. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop your thoughts below. We're just getting started.